with Angel Creations. Welcome back to my craft room. Excuse me. So today we're going to do a little something different. We're going to start out by using the Easy Press. Let me see if I can get this more into view here. And we are going to be using a piece of burlap from the Dollar Tree. It comes in a roll. Looks like this. I wasn't sure if I was going to use the darker burlap, but I chose the white today. I'm calling it white. I guess it would be more natural maybe. And I have frayed the edges on both sides of like a 3-inch piece. And then I cut out the word welcome with my Cricut, and we're going to iron that right onto the heat press. Is not totally heating. It's not up to temperature yet. I need to get that cord out of there. I'm just going to start, while it's heating up, I'm just going to start ironing my burlap, because it's all it's on a roll. So now it's up to temperature. It just let me know it's on a roll, and they kind of reverse it before they roll it, so it's really a wrinkled mess when you get this. So if you have the means to iron it, go ahead and give it a little bit of pressing, just to, gotta get that cord out of there, boy. Let's see, where can we tuck that cord? There, that might be better. Alright, so just try to press it a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it'll be a little better for your crafting purposes. Alright, so now I just heated it up, and it's laying a little bit more flat. Now this is going to get painted today, and this is going to lay in the middle here. So I want to put my welcome word, which I printed out about 10 inches. I want that to be in the middle here. So while I have this on my board, so I know where my sides are, I am going to use that for measurement. Alright, so now all we have to do is we press down. We're going to have to do, well, let's see, we might be able to do it. I have a medium size press. We're going to try to do it diagonal and see if we can get the whole word welcome in there. And I'm going to stand up to do this. So we're going to hit go on our Cricut Easy Press, and then I like to stand on my tiptoes and give it a good press. They say 5 pounds is all you need, but I have learned over time that the more pressure the better. So this is my recommendations but not Cricut's. Alright, we are almost done. There we go. So now we will take that off, and see, I can see that it's still not totally adhered yet. So I'm going to do it again and give it a little more pressure. One more time. And it might be because we're trying to do it. They do carry a bigger press. This is the medium size press, and you can even do this with your iron. If you put your iron on all the way hot, and you do it over and over and over long enough, you can use Cricut iron on. Now this is not Dollar Tree iron on. I am using a iron on that I am more familiar with, and that is 30 seconds. And then I like to just press it down. Press down all the way with my spatula from the Dollar Tree, or you can use a Cricut one as well. Making sure that is all the way ironed on. I don't know if this has gone all the way. It's not yet. So I'm going to give it another couple of minutes here. Let's see, we'll do it another 30. You know why? I'm sorry. I know why. It's not up to temperature because I did something before I went on vacation. There we go. Okay, now it's gonna start now. It wasn't hot enough. So we'll just give this a minute because this is real life here at Angel Creations. We'll give this a minute to get up to 400 degrees. I only had it on like 325 or something, and we need it to be up to 400. It's almost there, and then we can press this down once and for all. It won't take you this long. This was definitely user error. I went to New Hampshire a month ago, if you're new here, and I made my friend, she actually requested a sign. We're at 380 that said this. She wanted a sign for her bathroom, and it was to say, this is not an internet cafe. No, it's a bathroom. This is a bathroom, not an internet cafe. Please shit and split. So I made her one, and I used this to iron it onto some, I needed it on a low setting. So we are all set. Let's try this again, and we should be good to go this time. Let me press down. I never even gave it a thought. I always keep this at my temperature, and I was not using it on cotton before I left. I was putting it onto a canvas, more of a canvas thing, and so I had to lower the temperature and totally forgot when I came on here. Alright, now we should be good to go. We're going to rub that in a little bit. I like to do that before I take my plastic carrier sheet off. Just rub that on, and this is a cool removal, so we have to wait. This is really, really hot at the moment, so we have to wait. Ooh, it's burning right through this vinyl. Ooh, right through this plastic. So we have to wait a moment, and we will let this cool down 1 second, and then that should come off. Easy peasy. Dollar Tree easy. Still hot though, still very hot. And there we have it. The word is off of our carrier transfer. I'm going to shut the easy press off, and now look at the beautiful piece of burlap that we have that now says welcome. So we're going to put that aside because we are going to paint our board, and I'm going to use, let me move this aside here. Let's wet the whistle. I'm going to use my new favorite chalk paint from Dollar Tree, and it is put out by Plaid. And I almost hate to tell you all because I don't want it all scooped up, but I have to share the wealth, I'm telling you. I really, really love it. There is a little sharp piece here I need to sand off before I get a splinter. So I already took my ruler and I kind of made my 3-inch border, if you will, and I'm not going to paint the whole thing black because I don't want it black behind here. So I'm going to just paint my surface now, and I am going to get as close as possible to that line without going over, so that my white burlap won't have a black backing, if that makes any sense. And so I'm going to paint this, and then for time's sake, I'll be right back. Okay, we have it painted both sides. Now, we are going to put this down, our little piece of burlap. I always want to call it something else. And it's going to be adorable in the middle there. So we just have to put a little bit of hot glue. I'm just going to put a bead of hot glue like right along the sides, and maybe a couple of dots or a stream on the top. And we're just going to press that down as close to even as we can. I really shouldn't do that. I should be using one of these. We don't need to burn the fingers. So I'm pushing down with our little makeup spatula from the Dollar Tree. Hope I get that pretty well centered. Pretty well. I probably could have centered that a little bit more, but got a little bit of paint on my burlap here, but luckily it is not going to show. Let's make sure there's no paint, wet paint anywhere here. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna just open my, it's a brand new rag because it is, here comes my roommate. If you hear some noise in the background, I want to keep this burlap clean. All right, we're just gonna pull this over and do the same thing. We're just gonna attach it on the back. So pull it tight and use your spatula, and let's just get that glued down into place there. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Just glue it down. Hi, Pete. And we are going to pull this one tight as well. Holding tight and using the spatula so we don't burn our fingers. We're just anchoring that to the back, and then we can take some of the excess off. As a matter of fact, once we know it is all glued down, we can cut off what we don't need there in the back. This one doesn't have too much, but we'll get the excess off anyway. And then we have welcome. All right, now we are going to decorate this and zhuzh this up using, let's take a sip and wet the whistle. Being very simple, this is going to be the star of our show. It's one of those real long stem sunflowers from the Dollar Tree, 18-inch to be exact. But I don't have any lamb's ear or greenery. I really need to get some. So I love this bittersweet that they have in yellow and orange. So I'm going to just take like maybe 2 or 3 stems of each piece, bittersweet here. So I'll do an orange, maybe 3 stems. We'll maybe take 3 here. Let's see, it's kind of hard to, yeah, let's start with these 2. I want this simple, not a lot, but I think I want 3 stems. So let's just put another stem. So 3 of orange, and that's it. Even though I only have 1 left, I don't want any more than that. But you do you. You are decorating yours to fit your taste and your decor style. I'm trying to get some with a bunch, you know, a stem that has at least 2 or 3 in the bunch. All right, I have 3 of each. We're going to wrap. I'm going to even use one, why not, one of the pieces of string from running down my burlap and fraying it, And I am going to put these together because these are going to stick out on either side. I'm going to shorten them just a hair. I'm going to shorten them all just a hair. And let's see. Kind of make them all the same size here. Do you hear my kitty talking to my peep there? She's probably asking for food. Or sometimes she just talks. She's just a little talker, Gracie May. Oh, those are rough. Okay, now I'm just going to no, I'm not going to stick them together. I'm going to mix and mingle. So I'm going to take 2 of those and mix so that we have yellow and orange in both of our little stacks. And then I'm going to stick them together as best I can and take my little piece of string. I'll hold it with my thumb and I'll wrap it as tight as I can just to get that bunch together. And when I can't wrap it anymore, I'll come up and tie it to the piece that I was holding with my thumb. I hope that makes sense. And then that will give our sunflower a nice little bed of fall colors to rest in. So we'll cut those little pieces off. We are going to put this right in the middle here, but we're not going to do it yet. We're going to cut off our huge leaves that the sunflower gave us, and we're going to lay one each direction on top of here. Let's just not glue on the rag either. Here, let's cut this a little bit shorter. We can do 2 at the same time here. And we're just going to do 1 in either direction, just for a little greenery. But we're not going to cover up all of our, hot. Go up and down a little bit with them so you don't cover up all your flowers. If you go straight across, you're going to kind of cover up all your flowers, all your bittersweet flowers. We don't want to do that. Just situate them in a way that makes you happy-pappy. So that is going to lay right on top here, but we're going to let that glue up and sit aside for a minute while we take our hanger that came. You thought I lost it, didn't you? I didn't. All right, so we're going to take our beaded hanger. Well, we're going to make it a beaded hanger. And I don't know, we're going to have to do it, let's see, it's not going to be completely covered because there's 3 colors and it has to be an even amount. And you can't do an even amount, so I'm going to do black and white, and then I'm going to do a buffalo check bead. These are all in my Amazon store below in the description box below. And while we are talking about description boxes below, I want to tell you, while I was up in New Hampshire, I saw so much freeze-dried candy. It was so funny to see all of the freeze-dried candy up there because I had never seen it until I started advertising it and tasting it for Nathan. And so I have to tell you, that is really the new trend for sure. Okay, I'm trying to concentrate and talk at the same time. I'm going backwards now. I did 2 sets and I want to do another set on each side here. And I want it to lay the same on each side, so I have to go backwards. You know how I do it, you know. So that each side looks the same. So now, Anyways, I am going to always put in the description, you will always find a link to Nathan's Bumble Freeze candy. It's freeze-dried candy. I have some right here. Let me just give you this is the watermelon Jolly Rancher here in this package, and in this package I have some, I think he said, oh my gosh, hold on, he said it was, oh, let me put you on pause one moment, please. Okay, so that was the handyman that we had actually called on earlier. While I was away, we had a new air conditioner put in, and it's not enough BTUs, and it's just not cutting it down here. So that's what that interruption was. These are fruit roll-ups. Gave me a minute to think about what these were, and I'm going to have one right now in front of you. Anyways, if you have not tried freeze-dried candy, you don't know what you're missing. So this is a rainbow colored one, and I probably shouldn't put it in my mouth yet. I still have some talking to do, but I'm gonna put this really close, and you should try freeze-dried candy, and there will be a description in the box below, in the description box below, always, in every video I ever do, even if it's just a Dollar Tree haul, they are in there. So I'm gonna put this right over here. My mouth is watering just wanting that. Okay, so we made our little hanger, and we're just gonna use the toggles that came with it and put that right back into our board. Cute as can be. Love the black and white. Easy peasy simple. Love the simple, the simplicity of this for sure. Okay, so there we have that, right? Already it's adorable, just as is. But now we're going to put the star of the show on. We are going to put a good heap ton of glue down here if we don't run out first, and we did. We're gonna put a big heap ton here so that we can make sure that our sunflower bushel here, our little thing that we made with all the little grapevine, we're gonna just glue that right into place. And while we're letting that sit and glue, I'm going to put a little weight on it with my scissors. We are going to cut off our huge stem here. I am going to have to use a little beefier cutter on this stem. So I'm just going to cut it as close to the top of the flower as I can, if I can. Wow, that is really, that was a tough wire. All right, and hopefully this is still gluing down. Somebody is ringing my phone. I left it up there on the charger, and I did not take the ringer, shut the ringer off. Somebody just keeps calling and calling me, and I don't know who it is. All right, we are going to put the star of the show on right here in the middle, and I am just going to give this a lot of glue right in the center of the back of our flower, so we know exactly where the glue is going. And we want that to go right down in the middle of our beautiful welcome door hanger. So cute. Doesn't have to be a door hanger. It can be a wall hanger. But what I love is that we did something different today. We actually used our Cricut heat press, and we used all Dollar Tree supplies other than the vinyl that I used to iron on. Bad idea. But I'm going to chew it. But they melt in your mouth. It's just a disintegrating feeling. It just is so yummy. And what I think happens is, I wouldn't normally touch a fruit roll-up. This freeze-dried experience just makes all the flavors so much more. Told you this was a bad idea, but I gotta just tell you, if you have not tried freeze-dried candy, you should give it a try. Go try it out. You can try it here. Nathan will ship it anywhere. If you see it in the stores near you, pick up a little bag and try it. You have nothing to lose. I already ate a whole bag of Skittles, and now I'm eating fruit roll-ups. I'm still on vacation mode, so I started eating sugar on vacation, so I got to get right back on the stick again. Anyway, I think we can hold this up. I think it is totally... I think it's safe to hold up. If it falls off, I'll glue it back on. There is our beautiful welcome sign. What do you think? I think we should have sanded it, and we didn't. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of sanding right now on the edge so that it looks like we did. Because you're not going to really see, I'm eating candy. You're not going to really see it at the top anyway. All right, everybody, that'll do it for today's craft. A little something different using the Cricut heat press. The thing about the Cricut heat press is it disperses even heat all over that pad. So it's really good. But I do give it a lot of pressure. I do like to give it a lot of pressure. It is not recommended. They say about 5 pounds, but if you are having issues using your heat press and making t-shirts and your lettering is coming off, you need to give it a good stand on your tippy toes pressure. And so this will do it for today, and tomorrow is Tuesday tree haul, so stay tuned and I will see you tomorrow. And until then, I hope that you all be good and do good. Bye now.